Everyone, how's it going? I was debating making this video. It's 1 in the morning here, about to turn in, but I've been grappling with this for several hours. I saw a state vehicle. I live in California, and I saw a state vehicle yesterday, and I caught a glimpse of the shape of California, and something looked off. It just, it clicked. I'm sure a lot of you know the feeling. It just didn't look right. I looked at it and like something's wrong. And the shape of the West Coast looked wrong. So for a long time, this has looked kind of off to me, but it's looked off for quite a while. So from how it just looks, this looks too thin here. It looks like a huge bite has been taken out. And maybe that's why I'm seeing this here, this horn here sticking out and this other one up here. These 2 points just stick out too far. And I noticed that. Thumb this up if you agree with me that the shape of the West Coast seems different to you. If you know the shape of California, I've lived here my whole life. I know the shape of the state. And this just looks off. These 2 points, they look off. They're sticking out too far. The shape of California just didn't have these points sticking out. They stick out like a sore thumb now. Let me get some other images here. This one here, you got these 2 points. If you just stand back and just look at the shape of these points stick out like it. I don't know. They just really stick out. Obviously, but I mean, they just don't. They don't look right. It just doesn't look right. California looks wrong with these 2 pieces of land that stick out so far. These 2 angles that are just here. It just looks wrong. It's like so much of the other stuff. It just looks wrong. So thumb the video up if it looks wrong to you, and thumb it down if this is how you always remember the shape of California. So I wanted to throw that out there. There's a few other things I've had on my mind. I was going to go live tonight, but then things didn't work out the way that I had planned earlier today. So, I want to get the details out for this compilation I want to put together for people that maybe even thinking about making a video and just can't bear the thought of talking to a camera and how they're going to look on camera. And I know I started the channel in 2009. My first video is still up. You could hear the awkwardness in my voice. But I'd like to give some incentive to people to have them know that you can be seen by thousands of people if you can get into my compilation rather than maybe just 10 or 15 people seeing your video because you only have like 5 subs or something or 2 subs or whatever. You don't really have a channel and you wanted to make a video. It has to be really short though, like 3-4 minutes. But anyway, I'll discuss the details maybe tomorrow. I can go live and we can discuss some things. But I just want to put together something where people can... Because I really like hearing the stories of people, how they found out about the Mandela effect, how it's affecting their life, just whatever. I mean, it can only be a few minutes, but I had something here I wanted to share, this comment that I received today. And then there was one other thing I wanted to touch on. But anyway, let me share this here real quick. So this person is talking about the Doors song, one of my Doors videos that I've done, where it says... Keep your eyes on the road, your hands upon the wheel, is how I remember the song. Well, the magically disappearing S, as we've seen so often with the Mandela effect. He says, okay, this is unreal. This is by None Your Business. This is unreal. My mom is a huge Doors fan, and so am I. I've been listening to Jim sing that song for over 40 effing years. It was always hands. This blew my mind to a degree that I got up, drove to my mother's house, got out her Morrison Hotel album that she purchased in 1970 and played it with her sitting next to me. I asked her if anything about the song sounded different without giving her any hints as to what. When he sang Hand, she stood up and said, "No!" very loudly. She played it over and over again in total confusion. I tried to explain the Mandela effect to her, but she doesn't fully understand. All she knows is that something she knew by heart has changed, and she doesn't understand why. She's really upset right now. So this was a comment I got 5 hours ago. I mean, I understand how his mom feels. That's such a crazy. She knows she's probably heard the song 1,000 times. She knows the words. So that was just a pretty crazy comment that I got today. So anyway, go ahead and vote on this here. This will be voting video number 241. And then I'll go live soon so I can discuss the details on the compilation I want to put together. The last thing I want to talk about was a poll. I would like to do a little series of polls, or maybe a couple polls, but I'm not the expert here with all the greatest poll ideas, so I'd like to poll all of you and utilize the subscribers and have you put down some suggestions. Maybe we could do it here in this video if you're still with me at this point. Some poll ideas, and then maybe we can vote on which poll would you think would be a great to do. And my idea is, which I did years ago, was to put all the answers down below as comments, and then you can thumb up each one, as opposed to the polling thing they have that I could insert into the video where it gives percentages. I don't really like the 12% for this and 35% for this, blah, blah, blah. I like to see the number of people thumbing up in the poll down below in the answers. So it works really well by me putting the answers down below, and then people can just thumb up whichever one they believe. So I'd like to do some polls. I'd like to explore the Mandela effect a little more than I have been, which is covering the changes, but I'm not going to stop covering the changes because I have a huge library of videos, and I just thought of something. This is my 1,000th video. I just noticed I had 999 videos. This is my 1,000th video, so congratulations to me for putting out 1,000 YouTube videos. Incredible. I did lots of research and videos in the financial world with gold and silver and interest rates and the national debt, which is $21 trillion now, and just all the stuff I used to cover. And now I have like 330 or 40 videos on the Mandela effect. So it's been an incredible road, but I love doing this, and I'm going to continue. And I'm passionate about having a YouTube channel. I've been passionate about it for 8 or 9 years. So it's something I'm going to continue with. So that's about it. Maybe we could see another image here. I see it here in this orange image of the state of California. It just looks off. Like so many other things that seem off these days. Here it is here. These 2 points sticking out here off the state just look off. It shouldn't be protruding like that at either point here in my memory. Let me know what you think. Am I off? I just never noticed that, and the 10,000 times, 120,000 times. I don't know that I've looked at the state I live in. I've seen the shape of the state. I don't know how many times. Literally like 10,000 times. I think I would have noticed those 2 protruding points off the sides. It just, man, this here looks like someone's nibbling away here. And really eating away down there. I don't know. It's like the whole thing is changing. I don't know. I know that Lone Eagle does videos on geography, and he's talking about the whole world, just like the terraforming and the changing and everything. And I guess this might be part of that. I've never really been into that. He's talking about the whole East Coast changing, and I've seen him cover some other. Don't have a lot of time. He puts out a lot of material. I don't have a lot of time to watch all the stuff he puts out, but this may go along with what he's been talking about with all the Google Maps is totally changing all the time. I've come across that information, but never really had a lot of time to look at all that. It just seems too overwhelming. But here you go here. Just looks wrong.